next subject. How do you stay optimistic? All right, well, generally I'm very optimistic. I really am a silver lining person. I try to find the positive side of something because, let's face it, I go to work and, like I said, I find out about things the same time you get the tweet sometimes, right? We're all dealing with this new kind of reality where now there are facts and there's alternative facts, right? Who knew? That was always lies that I always understood before, but now there's alternative facts. So what I remember is where we have the wins. I mean, I gotta tell you, when you all reached out and we stopped the ethics laws from being gutted, that was a big win. When someone was gonna introduce a bill to sell off 2.5 million acres of public land and they pull it back because you all reached out, that's a win. When I meet with someone on my committee and talk about broadband until they probably wanted to leave the table and they promise more money, that's a win because we can help try to get something done. I've noticed when I was in the state legislature, I spent 6 years on the Joint Committee on Finance. I spent 2 of them where we had a Republican majority in both houses. There were 4 Democrats on the committee and 12 Republicans because it was a half Assembly, half Senate committee, 8 and 8, but it was done by party that was in charge. The next year, Democrats are in charge of the Senate, Republicans are in charge of the Assembly. It was an 8-8 committee. The only way anything went forward was to get bipartisan support, and I learned a lot during that time. And then the last 2 years, I was actually the co-chair of the committee. We had 12 Democrats and 4 Republicans, and we did get a lot of things done. I would have always loved to get more, but we got a lot done. So what you're trying to do is figure out how to try to get things done no matter what the situation. 12 of my 14 years in the Assembly were in the minority. So I learned to work with the media, and I learned to work with the public and how we could build grassroots support. We passed a Compassionate Care for Rape Victims Act with a Republican majority in the Assembly because we did it for about 3 or 4 sessions. We went and did listening sessions in key members' districts. I'm now doing that myself. Actually, I'm going to a number of different districts that aren't represented by a Democrat in Wisconsin so they can see a Democrat and hear what our issues are so that we can provide what the alternative is. That's what I do. So I fundamentally believe that while elections have consequences, we can still impact it. And as dark as it sometimes seems to get, I see the victories. And when you all get involved and get active, we see more of them. So, really, I want to thank you for what you're doing because that helps me. The other thing is, don't forget, part of my job is the whole legislative side. The other part is working on behalf of casework and things with constituents. And when it comes to people who have had problems with the IRS or the Veterans Affairs, we've had great successes. And that's our office. So there's Dane, our district director out of the Madison office. We've got Audra here, Kelvin. I'm not sure who else is here from the office. Melanie, I think, was in the hallway, or no? Not anymore. So you'll call our office. We have really great successes. And when someone tells us that, they were, we've helped them. God, there's so many of them. People saved their houses when they're being foreclosed on. People who were owed medals from the Korean War and got them literally weeks before they died in hospice care. I mean, there's so many things that make it really worthwhile that you still have that to balance the tougher parts of the job.